Everybody, come on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Legend Talk with the boss of swing, Chester Whitmore. Hello, Chester.
How you doing?
We never talked before.
No,
That's our
haven't.
first recording.
Yes, yes, it is.
So, your career is spanning. You never heard that question maybe before?
Never. I was first time. Yes.
Spanning decades.
Yes.
Would you like to take us again and again back to your very beginning as a dancer?
Okay. I started off as a filmmaker and not a dancer.
Never heard that before.
You never heard that before?
No.
Never. You know, and being a filmmaker, you got to do documentaries. And you have to understand whatever the subject matter you're doing, the world of dance. Since I stayed up late at night watching old movies, musicals, sci-fis, and everything else, I wanted to study the art of the dance, of the music. So I started to be a researcher at that time. I loved the dance, to see it, but I never thought of myself as a dancer. So I started to jump into it. So during my journey of learning how to dance, I worked with some of the, a lot of the people from the Cotton Club, or we call the Harlem Renaissance era at that time, and the jazz idiom of that. Now this is during the 60s, around the 60s going into the 70s. And it was not, that style of music was not happening if you go to a nightclub or anything else. So I'm looking at these dances, and you know, that time was the Motown sound, you know, do the jerk, the monkey, the swim, pony, all of those dances. So I said, oh, that's nice, that's good too. I said, but I like this style of dancing because you know why? They really, in the old movies, it was fun. It was something fun. I said, that's the magic of something. I said, I want to know about that. You know, so during my journeys of learning, I had the pleasure of working with the one only great Mr. Fayard Nicholas of the Nicholas Brothers. And I met him by accident because he had a flat tire and I was the only one helping him out. And I helped him out, changed it, but I didn't know who he was at all at that time. And I said, oh man, he saw my tap dance shoes on, my handlebars, on my bicycles. In them days, we had the bicycles with the donut seats, you know, right around. And he saw my hand, he said, you're a tap dancer. I said, yeah, I'll take something. Yeah, man, come over to the house, I'll teach you. I said, sure, this guy. I didn't believe him, you know. And this has been like 8 months I was searching, looking for people that could do that style of dance in the older form. And so my mother said, you know, you're getting frustrated. Why don't you take advantage of that gentleman's offer? I said, okay. And I went over his house, and I was taking tap, but it was not the type of tap dancing, you know, the yes. But, you know, I took it because it was something. So I went over his house, knocked on the door. Hey, he opened up, hey, you came, huh? You ready for your first lesson? I said, yes, I am. Come on in. So I walked in, and he grabbed the rug and he pulled it up. It's a beautiful floor out there. And he said, okay, show me what you got. I said, I thought it was hot stuff because I was taking a little bit of tap, you know. I said, like, stand back. Yeah, I know it's good. What do you think? He looked at it and said, interesting. He said, try this. And he got on the floor. And he looked at me. Then I looked at the floor. He looked at the floor. I looked at him. He looked at me. I said, mine don't look like yours. He said, you want to learn? You gotta want it. Yes, well, I want it. And come to find out, we had a great friendship for over like 2 years and a half. We would rehearse like every Wednesday from 6 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the morning. And we just dance. And in his class, he had all these great dancers. He introduced me to a lot of his friends, not knowing these people that would come to the class were stars and on television, Jack Benny show, and all these musicals. And I looked at them, I said, these guys look familiar, but I was not putting it in my head, you know. And then late at night, of course, at nighttime, this movie came on. Now you gotta remember, the Afro-American performer was not always on television. It's you had to find it. And it was an all-black musical on that time. It was all black chorus line, black singers, black everything. I'm going, wow, what is this? And I'm looking at all these people, they're singing, they're dancing. At the end of the movie, these two guys come flying out in the air doing the splits. Bam, boom, 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 zip, bam. And I woke up the next morning and I said, hey, did you see that movie? What movie? These guys were doing all kinds. Yeah, man, you're dreaming that stuff, man. You're dreaming it. Because at that time, it wasn't existing out there on television. This went on for weeks. I went back to my class, and my teacher said, what's wrong with you? I saw this movie with these guys doing this stuff, and these singers, and this guy that worked with Shirley Temple was there, and the guy named Heidi Ho, Cab Calloway was there. And he said, he pulled out 8x10s. He said, look at this. I said, yeah, there they are. There's the Heidi Ho guys. There's this. And I looked, ooh, that's you. And it was that fair. And he was the one that started me off dancing. Yes.
One more question. Talking about Friar Nicholas, what was the most valuable lesson you got from him in life as well as in dancing? What would you say?
Go for what you gotta go for. Go for it. Regardless of what your friends may think or peers, high school peer pressure, just because you like to do something and your friends don't or other people, they say, oh, no, don't do that. That's whack. Don't do that. Don't do that dancing. Don't do that. Because at that time, I was the only one getting into high school, going into high school. I was dancing, and everybody said, man, you dance? Oh, man, why you want to do that? Come hang out with us. If I did hang out with them, I would have probably got in trouble or put in jail or drugged out or dead. But so I stuck to my guns, and I stuck to it, and I said, and between him and my mother, he said, whatever you be, you better be the best. If you're not gonna be the best, you'll be one of the best. Be in that field. Try to be in that field. So yeah, he gave me, and he saw a lot of stuff in me. He gave me my first job, and then he introduced me to a lot of other dancers, you know, great dancers. From tap dancing to Lindy Hop. I worked with people that I couldn't even imagine. I read them in the books. I don't know if you heard of Kersten Dunham. Great Kersten Dunham. I danced with her. I learned women chorus line dancing from Frances Neely. And I learned from Clarence Landry that worked with the Duke Ellington Orchestra. He did the show called Jump for Joy, where the incredible jazz for jazz or vernacular dances, Broadway shows like Jump for Joy, Night Train, Cool Train, Midnight Summer Swing. Different people. I worked with the Step Brothers, have worked with the Chocolatiers. These are names you probably don't know, but if you look them up, Chocolatiers was the first Afro-American trio dance group that brought jazz to China at that time. And that was in 1931. And they came back and they created, with Buck Clayton, with Count Basie's orchestra, they created the dance called the Peckin'. You do the peck. I've worked with that. I have worked with, Maria Bryan, Archie Savage, which was my first Lindy Hop teacher. And then, of course, started getting into more athletic. I did Afro-Cuban dances with Carlos Fluche. Got a chance to work with him. I did all the jumps and learned how to do jumps, leaps. I did acrobatics. I used to run on the side of the walls, back over. I used to jump over cars too, into splits in the middle of the street.
So you told us now a story about how you learned to dance. We have very young people today in here, and we said, let's make this history talk a bit more interactive.
Okay.
And we have Helene,
Where there?
and you can stand up, and
Where Helene at?
and they can come front to us.
Come over here.
Just give an applause to them because they are absolutely at the beginning of their career. And now, Chester, because Kersten has so much space in his camera, we have to give a bit. You have enough? Okay, perfect. So, Chester,
Yes.
for those two, very beginning at the career, I would love to see how you would teach them a good dance step.
Okay.
So, the stage is yours.
Ready?
Here we go.
Okay, come on. Dun 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 dun.
You need the microphone perfect.
Well, yeah, okay. Now that's like the one we do my theater voice. The top loud.
Yeah, of course. Of
Oh,
course.
the ladies, come on this side of me. No, you stand in the middle because you little. We tall. We tall. No, you get on the end. Get, no. Now, okay, my goodness. All right, now, in the art form of jazz dancing, this very thing, I'm going to show you something that came out of the 1900s, but it was very popular in the 50s. It was called the box step. You know what a box step is? Can you show it to me? Show me a box step. Go. Dun 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 dun. Well, that is called the foundation of step and time swing. Box step, a box step. You know what a box step is? Well, I will show it to you, a box step, okay? Now, first I'm gonna show you that you will learn in contemporary classes what they teach in tech. Then I'm gonna show you the original way. The original way, what'd I say?
The original range.
Say it.
The original range.
Say it.
The original range.
Thank you. You see what she just did?
Perfect.
She did perfect. And when you go to a dance hall, whenever the teacher go like this, you go like, even if you fall on the face, you fall down too, regardless. Okay, so box step contemporary goes like this. Try that. Hey, but wait a minute, first of all, rule, do you dance like this? Thank you, okay. Hands there. Then, hands there. Yeah. Then, go. One, yeah, yeah, yeah. Give it to him, look at that. All right. Now that's the contemporary way. Now I'm gonna show you the vernacular way. Look at the floor, and you're gonna think of a box. Yes? So, right leg, step forward. Right leg again, go to the right. Left leg, go back. Left leg, go to there. What did we make? A big box. Okay? So you think inside the box, not outside, inside the box. So right leg. Right leg again. Left leg. Left leg again. Can we go a little faster? Here we go. Hey. Last time. Give him a round of applause. All right. There's one thing missing. There's one thing missing. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Our hands. Our hands. We don't dance like this.
But that's the German way of dancing.
Oh, it is? For real? What?
It's a German way of dancing.
The German way?
It's always straight, like in life. Everything is
No,
straight.
no. No, you gotta take some chances in life. You gotta take chances in life. You gotta get off the road. You gotta get on here. Come on, you gotta get in there. Okay?
Perfect.
All right?
Thanks.
Okay, you ready? Okay, watch this.
Watch.
This is gonna be the first German dance. They're gonna take a chance. They're gonna take a chance.
Yes.
They're gonna take a chance.
Germans take a chance.
Take a
Chester
chance.
Whitmore. Let's see, 2025, ladies and gentlemen.
You learned it first here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now, when we go up, I want you to pull in. Pull in. We're gonna go this way. Now push away. Push it away. Now push it to this side. You got it? Let's go. When we go forward, what you gonna do? Pull. Gonna go this way, push it away. What we gonna do? Push it away. Push this way. Got it?
Germans never saw before. Thank you very much. So one more time.
Hit it, pull.
Big applause for Martinkenaite, Lina, and Chester Whitmore. Thank you very much. Usually for something like that, we offer you a cocktail in the Vintage Club bar, but that's not allowed today. Okay, so Chester, I asked myself, you said you learned at first as being a filmmaker, and you said something about science fiction you were interested in as well. So if ever that happens, Star Wars is getting a musical. How would you dance Star Wars as a musical? You are now allowed to make the Darth Vader move. I give you the sound, and you can show us how Darth Vader but what is important? In the musical, everything is changed because everybody knows he's the father of Luke. So if there is something new for you, I'm sad. But that's why
spoiler alert.
that's why the musical is changed. And Darth Vader is a lovely guy from New York, lost his son Luke, and is now walking through the Death Star, which is Life Star now. And you have to dance Darth Vader. You have 5 seconds. 5 seconds to think about it.
Okay, wait a minute.
5 seconds.
Can I read?
The song is.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Darth Vader performed by Chester Whitmore.
Okay.
I have to count in.
You got the music. You're the band.
I'm the band.
You're the. I could do it, but I need some music.
Okay.
I got
So,
it.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's lovely, just for that information. Lovely Darth Vader. Thank you very much. The first history talk, you're dancing more than talking. But I like that quite much.
Music by Johnny.
Jolly B. Good is my name. Yeah, that's true. Perfect.
See?
And we are thinking about that we have jazz in your dance style, we have tap, we have swing. Like, you're such diverse that you can almost do everything. Huh? But I ask myself, how would you give advice to develop your own style? Because sometimes we see he's a copy of him, he's a copy of her, or she's a copy of him. So what would you give us as advice to develop your very own style?
You have to explore stuff. Of course, I see a lot of different styles of dance, and I like it. And I always ask myself, why do I like it? You know, and that's what makes you smart. Say, oh, I like it because she did this move like this, or he did this move. And that's cool, and everything else. And then all of a sudden, you have to figure out the habits which you would do. And you hear certain music. And then I find myself doing certain things like, oh, that's hilarious. What would I do? And I had to get inside myself as, what am I good in? And you knowing me, I tell the truth, even in school, I'm a goofball. I like goofing off, just having fun. And I said, so when I dance, I said, well, I'm gonna play with it, play with the step. You know, some people take a step and they take it very seriously. And it's good, you take it to learn it seriously. But I take it, you know, because some of the steps come easy, some of it doesn't. And I say, hey, I'm gonna play with this step and make it funny. And we call that eccentric dancing. And so I said, I want this step to fit my humor. So whenever I do a step, I don't just like to just do a step because it's there, technically. I can do that, but I like to do it telling a story, you know, with the hands, feet, face, eyes, whatever. Tell a story. And I like clowning around, you know. I even went on the stage one time, and the teacher said, you have to catch the audience attention. I said, how do you do that? I said, you got to catch them with a step or something, anything, movement. And so I asked my older teacher, Fay Art, and he said, I want you to upstage me this time. I said, upstage you. Do something to keep the audience looking, don't look at me, you got to look at you. So what I did was walk on the stage, and I rolled across the stage. I just laid on the floor, I rolled from one end.
I really cannot imagine how that looks like, Chester. No, keep.
I go, imagine somebody singing a great, beautiful, you know, beautiful song to somebody. And I'm going, roll, 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 roll. And I need you in my roll, roll, roll. And I need you, roll, roll, roll. Get close to me. Second later, roll, roll, roll. Coming back. This went on for 2 minutes. And the people just go, they started to laugh. And the guy was going, what's going on? This is a serious, dramatic number. So you got to do it that way.
You got the nickname, the Love Roller Coaster.
Roll, 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 roll.
The roller.
But you have to learn what you're good in, fun things, and then you explore with different songs, you know. And when you hear a song, that makes your inner ear sharper. If it's going to be a dramatic song, comedy song, some are more or you know, tells a story, exciting, you know the levels of the dance what you're going to do, and so that's what I try to do. If I choreograph or if I do a dance, I hear certain things. I say, oh, unexpected. Let's do something different. Wow.
So you said now that you choreograph a lot of things. I ask myself if we can make a little choreography together. And now we have here as well Alexia from Italy. She said she's willing to do something together with you.
Okay.
And we would like to have a little insight how you choreograph with others. So now, please, a big applause for Alexia Gesso from Italy.
Okay.
So now the thing is, you both are now dancing. It's your decision what you're gonna do.
Okay.
But we just want to see how this development of your choreography is going on from your point of view.
Okay. Do you want it to be ad-lib choreography, structured choreography? See, there's different means of choreography. Oh, you see, that's why a lot of people don't understand. When we get up and dance,
Yeah.
that's just us social dancing, and we're just doing what we're doing and having fun, da 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 da. When you say choreography, create something right on the spot, right quick. They'll say, or you want me to give her a structured choreography she could do, and I could say, I need to do this, and I want to go do that, and
Then I would take the structure choreography.
Okay, so therefore, I like stuff like this. Therefore, I like this. They always do this at the university. I work at a university. When I got to the university, I took a choreographer class. It's a 3.5-year class. I got out in 2 months. They kicked me out, really. No, yeah, I'm telling you the truth. No, but at that time, I was taking lessons from all these old timers. So they've been on Broadway, they've been over here. So they were telling me stuff about music and dancing. When you grab a dancer, and, a structure, like I could come from here, I could do from here, and I could put something on her. I said, oh, let me think of a good number. I got a good number for her. Just do this, put it together. I would come in a 3-year span, you have to do 3 production numbers, choreographed numbers in 3.5 years in order to get out. I was choreographing 8 to 10 dance numbers a day.
And what would you do for Alexia now?
Well, give me a song right quick, any song, so I can hear it.
We have the ghostwriter DJ today.
Ghostwriter DJ, where did he go? Where did he? He's fired.
Do we have? He's fired. Do we have something like music in here? Otherwise, we could.
Let me hear it, and then I'll.
From the phone?
Yes,
Do you have a phone? Then we make.
Okay, let the audience,
That's
anybody.
modern history talk.
Modern.
We just take
That's
the
quite all right.
iPhone. Ladies
Okay,
and
and
gentlemen,
pick a number.
just any number.
Okay, any number, but tell me situation. First, you got to tell me situation, or else I have to make situation.
I just have a song for
and this
you.
is my model. I'm gonna mold her. She's gonna do her thing, and we're gonna do it. Okay, but you got to pick number so I can hear it. Then I got to dissect it. Then I got to throw the object on here. Okay.
So I decided to take Love Machine from Wynonie Carris. So
Okay, can I
you
hear it?
have to make Alexia a love machine now.
Okay.
That's the task. Here we
Okay,
go.
now you going into my after. Into my okay, let me hear.
You cannot tell me not knowing this song.
No, I'm getting structure. Hold on. Okay. Stop.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, I had to hear the structure of it. Structure, that's a 12-bar blues phrase. Okay, so even though musicians play 12 bars, we cut it in half. That would be 6 from here. I think it was a 4/8 intro at the beginning, and that's what's gonna happen, okay? So here we go. This is how it's gonna start. You're gonna stay still. Boom, 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 boom. I'll take the first 4/8, okay? And all I want you to do is from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shimmy on down. Shimmy, and on you shimmy on down, arms gonna go up. Do it again. Again, 5, 6, 7. One more time. Let's go slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Shimmy down. Repeat again. Birdland front. Birdland front. Birdland back. Let's do that again. 5, 6, 7. Okay, now on the all the way back, make this 8 on the downbeat. One more time. Put your hands on the head on the 8. Hit the TOB break. 8, sharp. Okay, one more time. Break. 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's put it together. 5, 6, 7. Da, 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 repeat. Pull down. Break. Okay, next one. From there, that's 6/8. Remember that. Okay? Okay, Roy Atkins step. Okay? Cross. Cross. Like Charleston. That's so you're gonna do one arm, 2 arms of that. So got that?
So everybody from the audience is looking now. Hopefully, I'm not Alexia. Because to remember everything.
That's what I'm talking about. This
Yeah,
construct. This is
yeah.
good.
But
This
you
guy.
tricked me into this.
Yes. Alexia, just to tell
We
you.
were at lunch. I would
The-
like to join. It's
The next Weissbier at Augustinerbräu I pay for you. Okay? That's it.
just one
One every year at the Rock Dance Week.
for every day.
Okay, so I think we should
Okay.
start now with music from the
Okay.
very
Okay, let's
beginning.
try. Let's
Okay.
Let's try.
I'll take
and
the
after
first
that,
8.
And after that,
Okay.
I would like to see how you would social dance with Alexia.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So first the
That's gonna be
choreography.
easier, I think.
Easier? Really?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know as well. So,
I'll work with you.
ladies and gentlemen, a big applause for
First-
Alexia Gesell
I'll do
and
Chester
Chester Whitmore.
I'll see you guys. Okay. Okay. You down. See? Hit. Yeah, 1, 2. You're right. Break. Bang. Cross. Another one. Stretch it. Again, right. One more. Mess around. Now.
And now we move over to social dance.
Look how, what? Upright bass.
And a great applause for Alexia Gesell, joining with completely free will. So,
Can I
one,
take my phone?
yeah, yes. The funny thing was that she got 5 messages during this lesson that
Oh,
she's
yeah.
now
People calling you
tagged
up.
at
They're calling you up.
LinkedIn, on LinkedIn, I said Instagram. So you have a lot of stories right now because we have a lot of fans in here filming you all the time. You always need your private stalker. That's everything you need. So a big applause for Alexia Gesell. But Chester, we have a lot of You can breathe first if you want to.
It was fun.
We have a lot of teachers here at the Rocknet Swing Festival as well. You are a teacher as well. And I ask myself, what would you give a teacher as an advice from a dancer's point of view who is taking lessons? What should they do with the lessons that people keep up the motivation to come for a dance lesson?
But just keep them interest. I like to make sure people are having fun. They feel relaxed because you got different people coming, students and people that are coming in from all forms of life or whatever. They like dance, you know. And the first thing I always tell people, why did you come to dance? It's different reasons. They're curious. They love the music. They love to dance. They want to see what it is. But sometimes some people are scared of, I might look stupid. I said, don't worry about looking stupid. I said, the world is stupid. I don't give a darn about that. I mean, you get out there and you take that step. Somebody else, oh man, don't go out there, do that. And I said, just you coming to take the class and taking that first step, you know, and you let them know that you as an instructor are there to instruct. You got to meet them halfway and show them, open up the door. You got to open up. We as instructors have to open their door to show them that what they can do. They might not know they can do it. And then once they see, wow, I'm pretty good in this, or I am catching on to this. And now they're opening up a new world to them that can say, wow, I can do this, you know. So you got to keep them, like you said, motivated. But, you know, I like having fun. You know, I just having fun, and I'm always pushing. Now, believe it or not, I taught a lot of kindergartens, little kids, yeah. And now, you know how their attention span is, right?
Yeah.
You know the secret how to teach them?
Yeah.
You got to go faster than they do.
Oh.
Okay. So I ask myself, you have seen a lot of dances through the decades, and sometimes dancers really struggle with confidence about their own dancing. And I ask myself, many of us maybe started some years only ago, some already start from childhood, and I ask myself, how do you tell people not to be afraid to do the first steps and also to go further?
Yeah, just go for it. You're not going to go nowhere unless you take that first step. Just do it. It's going to get you closer to what your goal is. You know, like I said, don't be afraid, you know, just go out there and do it. Because you're going to see a lot of things out there. You know, even when I'm dancing on the dance floor or something like that, I made mistakes. You know, sometimes I make a mistake and say, hey, that was a cool step. I got to go back and look for that. You know, sometimes I got to go back and look at a video. You know, because sometimes I shoot videos, I do my dance and I walk away. I never look at myself sometimes. And then what I do, I go, that was a pretty good step. Now I got to teach myself how to do my own step. You know, so you don't know. You don't know unless you try. You got to go and do it. Don't worry. Ignore the world. Ignore what they say. The whole world can be wrong and you can be right. Stay being right. That's all I can tell you.
Now I ask everybody in this room just to stand up for some seconds. So everybody please stand up. Because now, Chester, I ask myself, if you would have one move, you have the chance to teach today to everybody in this room, just one move. And we have to do a choreography, which is performed tonight at the Deutsches Theater. You're in now, so that's your performance as a teacher.
So we're going to do that tonight?
Maybe tonight.
Okay, what band's playing tonight?
I don't know the bands.
Okay, I need to talk to the band. We're
Yeah,
going to do
maybe.
this.
Yeah. What move would you show us?
Okay. Remember this if it happens tonight, okay? So I'll call you up on that, if we get a band, okay? I want you to go like this. Put your right hand up. You're gonna go and throw it away. Say, and hold it up there. Bam. Okay. Then say wham.
Wham!
All right. Do it again. Wham. One more time. Go. Wham. Now you're gonna right leg, your left leg. Excuse me. Let me do it this way so it's easier so they can see it. Wham.
You know that they have so much space, Chester?
Oh, they're gonna have a little
Tonight, yes.
tonight.
So
Okay.
keep it small now.
Okay. Go.
Wham. Cross step.
Now say rebop.
Rebop.
Say rebop.
Rebop.
Now, let me explain what rebop is. Bebop is the music, rebop is the dance. Okay, yes? So this is what?
And wham.
Then you're gonna move
Rebop.
right. So you just cross behind. Rebop.
You have to take your arms again with you.
Yes.
You know that Germans are in the room?
Oh, come on. Yeah. We're gonna change that. We're gonna make them. Okay.
Wham.
Rebop. Again. Ready, go.
Wham. Rebop.
Okay, whenever I step behind, go like that. Yes. Re. Everybody say re. Go.
Re.
Again, go.
Re.
Again, go.
Re.
Again, go.
Re.
Other leg. Re.
Re.
Then ba. Okay.
Okay.
And the
From
last.
the very beginning?
Okay. Front to back.
Perfect.
1, 2, ready, go.
Wham. Rebop.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then the last one is boom, bam.
Okay.
Okay. They say, hey, look, now I want you to just go. It's to the left, boom, and then and bang. It's very simple. Boom, bang. Right?
Perfect.
Got that?
Yeah.
Let's go slow. Ready, go.
Wham. Rebop. Boom. Bang.
You see, that's it. All you have to remember that. Remember that? You can even go, okay, okay, boom, bam.
Okay.
Got that? Now let's do it with a swing rhythm. It's gonna go wham, wham. Got it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hit it. Yeah, rebop, boom, bam. Rebop, boom, bam. 1, 2, 1, 2. And
Wham. Rebop. Boom. Bang.
good. And the band's gonna take it over again. Go.
Wham. Bebop.
Then boom, killer dealer. Yes, we am. We go. Rump it, stump it, tear it down. Join the band and swing out loud. Some folks say that swing won't stay, and it's dying out. But we're in the groove that here to prove that they don't know what they're talking about. Now, rebop, boom, bam. It's easy to do like the Susie Q. If I can do it, so can you. That's what we're gonna do tonight.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
So when that was Jubilee. When you get to the Jubilee.
One funny thing, nobody remembers what chair they were sitting on.
You send each other lap dance.
Perfect.
You gotta laugh.
Thank you.
So when that comes tonight, I don't know what time it is. What Jubilee? I gotta look on the list.
We will see.
Okay, we'll see. We'll try to find the band. What band? I need to talk. This is gonna be
We have to
interesting.
look for it, but what is most important, we just filmed everybody in this room. So tonight we will show the video on the big walls, and your names will be listed. Who is dancing with us? And then we announce them. Is that right, Chester?
Tonight, yes, they're gonna be performing tonight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting for the band. The band, we gotta learn this tonight. Yes, they learned it. I'm gonna say, welcome to show business. You see, the difference is, in show business, anything can happen. Sometimes it's not like a preparation concert. It's like, please, you have to be a microphone.
Yeah, but it's my job.
Oh, okay. Sometimes if you do a Broadway show, you have 6 weeks, 8 weeks to do numbers. Television is very hard. It goes very quickly. Movies, you have some time. But certain shows, I have to walk in sometime. You get the job, okay, when you start, oh, you're up 3 days from now. Oh my God, how many numbers I gotta remember? Boom, boom, boom. You gotta do it. Some jobs are crucial, and you have to learn how to break bars down, learn how to we call John Bubbles, when I worked with him, he showed me how to hear bars quick. We call it, put your glasses on your ears so you can hear it before it gets there. So you choreograph it, and you have to learn it right there in the same day. You know, the most I choreographed, I had to come in, it was in London with the London Philharmonic. I did a Gershwin concert. And I had to learn the whole score in 90 minutes. So I had to go in there, the whole Philharmonic. So, like you guys just did, you know, we got to remember, sometimes musicians are cool because they got the sheet music. Oh, I can do that. All I do is read it. And we have to maintain in our head and body, but you got to be as fast. And once they see you are fast, then they get nervous because they got to catch up with you. It flips on them.
And so we just have only 2 minutes left, and I ask myself, usually we ask the question to Chester, but the thing is, do you have a question for Chester? Is there something like, I always wear the rock band swing. I always wanted to ask him, but the security staff called Jürgen and Stefan around Chester do not allow people to come here to Chester. I don't know. Stefan, is that true?
Yeah, of course. We are the Berlin Wall.
The Berlin Wall. So have you any question to Chester? Would you like to ask? Yes, Mona. Mona, what is important in this video format, you have to come forward. A big applause for Mona.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chester, for the great talk and insights.
Yeah.
So what I was wondering is, do you have a choreography which you have created yourself, which is your absolute favorite?
Oh God.
Like a show or a choreography you've ever done, which you say, this is definitely the best I've done so far?
I can't say it's the best because I wake up in the middle of the night thinking of some new. I have some new dances that I've done that with me and Norma Miller did. I'm bringing back a lot of her dances that was we talk about, and that's the cool thing about, like I said, being a researcher, bringing the other dances back. And she always says, if you do create new dances, create it in the fashion of the old vernacular. I have a dance out right now that has been involved. It premiered about a year and a half ago. It was called the California Orange. You know how you had the Big Apple? Mm-hmm. It's just like the Big Apple, but it's called the California Orange. And it has all these vernaculars. Like the Big Apple goes one circle, right? You have the orange has a circle, but there's an inner circle that goes the opposite way. And then they both intertwine with each other. And we have dances called Slice the Dice, Juice Maker, the different things like that. And that's one dance I'm proud of because it's done to a song called Basie's Beat, Count Basie's Beat. That one, new one that's coming out this year, after Johnny Hodges' Castle Rock. That one is, if you're a vernacular jazz dancer, that is a very challenging number. You want to do that, that's it for anybody that wants to challenge, do Castle Rock. Your brain, because it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you think it's going to come on 4 again. It doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you got to move, and it's going to come at any time, but you have to hit that motion in the air and on the floor. It's called Castle Rock. That's the newest one that's coming out this year.
Perfect.
Great, thank you a lot.
I DJ it tonight, so.
Okay.
Stefan
oh,
Hüttner will check it.
Johnny Hodges. Yeah.
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 So thanks to Mona for the question first. And of course, we will have the DJ tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, that was a very special history talk today, because I got the information to do it just 15 minutes before the talk. And I asked ChatGPT for the most creative questions for that. And I asked myself, just to keep it more vivid, that we have an interactive scene. And so thanks a lot to Mareike and Helene for first joining us for the children's lesson.
Yes. Did you know she said she's 40 years old. The youngest one said she's 111.
111.
That's the youngest one. She said she's 111.
111.
And the other one said she's 40.
40. Well, they are sisters. That's strange.
That is strange.
Yeah. And also a big thank you to Alexia Gesso for dancing with you as well. So a big applause for
Yeah.
her. And also a big applause for you for Wham, Rebop,
Boom, bam for tonight.
For tonight.
Yes.
Get prepared. Put yourself in the nicest dress you ever had, because we will go viral on Instagram with that. And what is also important, we will follow you the whole day with a camera. How you get nervous being first time on stage at the German theater. But I'm quite sure we will manage that. So Chester, thank you very, very much for this hour. And I'm quite sure we hear and see each other tonight at the German theater as well. And one offer, if you have a question for tonight, it's a special offer for you. Just come over to me, I write it down, and we will ask him these questions tonight. But please keep it in a stylish way for the German theater. We don't
Let
know.
me tell you. Morse code.
And I'm quite sure that it will be interesting tonight as well. So thank you very much to the film team as well, who is running around that day as hard as never before. And thanks a lot to you joining us. Have a nice day, have a nice evening tonight. And thanks a lot to Chester Whitmore.
Thank you. Have fun.